So 2021 might not be off to the best start, but Duel Links specifically might be getting a bit better. Let's talk about it. So since it's the beginning of the year, I thought why not put together a prediction video talk about the events, cards, characters, worlds, all these kind of things I think will be coming in 2021. See how wrong we are at the end of the year, because why not? It's free content, you know? So let me know down below what you think will be coming in 2021. Whether you think Konami will be going all in on Duel Links, or will they, lose focus of it a bit once we get to Master Duels, because I think they might just, fumble when it comes to that. But let's start off with the big one, which is the brand new world in September 2021. So really there's three options here, and the first one is the one I think everyone would prefer, which is Arc 5 World, which isn't happening. We're not getting Arc 5 World this year. They've been on a very strict 2-year schedule for brand new mechanics. We had DM Year 1, GX Year 2 that had no new mechanics, Synchros Year 3, DSD Year 4, and then Year 5 was, Year 4, whatever, is now Zexal. So we should have a filler world in between, and based on leaks, it will be KCGP, which I have no idea how they're going to do that. Whether that means we're getting Yugi 1, 2, Yugi 3, Kaimba 3, Joey 3, or they're going to strictly go down the route of giving us, filler characters from the anime, things like Darts, like Siegfried, or if they'll just use it as a backfill world to give things like Grandpa and Duke and Marek. They've been in the game for a while now, but they don't want to, well, actually I think the bigger thing is they don't want to give us 45 levels of rewards out of the gate. They'd want to give us 30, so they're just trying to, squeeze out as much content as they can do with the least amount of characters possible. I think that's the thing. Also, Playmaker Duel Links said we could get a Zexal 2 world, which is a big-brained move, because in Japan, they split Zexal into Zexal 1, 2, and 3. It wasn't just Season 1, Season 2 like in the West. So, technically over there, the shows are separate, which would mean that our current world will focus only on the Season 1 stuff, and the next one focus on the Baryon stuff with Vector, with Mizar, that kind of things. But I feel like they'll cater to the West here and make it a bit easier for us, and so KCGP, whatever it is the world we will be getting. Moving on to a bit of a smaller one, we have the next main box, which will have Galaxy Eyes in February. It's pretty straightforward, I think. I think everyone should kind of remove this idea of Galaxy Eyes being in the mini box right now. It just won't. It's a character ace, a card you need 3 of, and a card that over Zexal's life will get more and more value from the rank 8 Xyzs they'll put in the main box cover cards. So yeah, like we're already seeing Dragluon come out in the selection box, which is a decent rank 8 card, but and that's an SR, putting Galaxy Eyes in a mini would be a really good thing, to say, what, we'll give you 3 of these cards, and you can get them cheaply, and then you have more reason to invest into the bigger ones, the rank 8s, when we put them as main box URs. But this is Konami, they won't do that, so February, look out for Galaxy Eyes, kind of like Jack was, where we had Red Dragon Archery come after a 3 or 4 week window of just having the skill. Same for Kite. Next, no selection in Mini Volume 3 this year, which means there's going to be no card like Legionnaire to shape up the game in mid-March, because so far, selection minis have been once every 2 years, and they could change it, that they could say, what, we saw how successful last one was, let's bring it back again, which I wouldn't mind, but personally, I think they're going to stick to that same system they had. They've been sticking to a pattern very, for all of the main content, really, for the past 3 or 4 years. So they've got an idea, it works, why not? Finally, for the mini ones, there will be no worlds this year. Well, no in-person worlds. Obviously, because of the, the whole pandemic and stuff, I don't think Konami would feel confident in, especially by the time of August, to really say, what, let's fly in all these players from around the world to play, together. They'll just do it online again, KC Grand Tournament style, but hopefully they fix things up, because the last one was a bit of a mess with connection issues. I know, I think it was Shiny Sophion who was in that one, and they got completely scammed out of coming into the top bracket, but going into the final, the final section of it, because of connection issues, which weren't on their end. So, Yeah, you need to fix that. Hopefully they do, and hopefully they, with the idea, they should know by now that they're doing it or not doing it. So once we get to the February KC Cup, hopefully there's a bit of a clear indication of what's happening, and then we can all kind of think, okay, how they do events based on that. Next up, character unlock order. So we would know January's is Kite. Surprised me, but sure, we'll take it. February, we usually get a GX character based on every other year, so I want to say Jim. I really do. Because I don't think they give us the Supreme King this early, because they'll want to tease it out over a couple of months, give us more DD Castle events, and then probably, I'm going to say, Supreme King Jaden, 1 year on from release, or from his first tease in December 2020, so December 2021, he'll come and be one of the bigger events of December next year, which would be pretty cool. March, Anthony, you have to come now. I think it's been since July last year since we saw him, and I have to wonder if it's because they haven't found a good time to slot him in, because I think his event would be perfect for a Turbo Duel GP, which means they won't do it in February. They could put Antinomy in February, which would be great. Having him earlier would be really good, and then probably put some TGs in the main box, and you have a good bit of synergy there. But I feel like a Turbo Duel GP event would be really, really good thematically to unlock him. And that would mean they won't put it in February, because they won't do a KC Cup, and then do another week-long event of PvP. They just won't do that. That would be the most boring month I've ever seen in Duel Links. So, March, Antinomy, makes sense, if we haven't had a Turbo Duel GP in a while, give it to us now, and we can then get Antinomy and get some TGs under our belt, which just under a year's time won't be the longest amount of time we've ever had to wait for character. Actually, it might be, it probably is, but it won't be as bad as it could be, I guess. Then onto our Zexal character. So I'm going to skip out any of the concrete months here, because, the rest of the year is kind of up in the air for Konami. They've been doing different things weirdly over the past couple of years. And so, our final 3 characters for the year, for Zexal, before the new world, will be Anna Kaboom, Train Girl, fan favourite, give us a skill that puts the big burn 1 in our extra deck, sure, why not? Quattro, as another fan favourite with his gimmick puppets, I think that's a very good theme to come to Duel Links, and if he's not ever a character, they've messed up big time. And finally, a bit of a curveball here, Dark Mist. The dark form of Astral, that it's not really Astral, but if you've seen the show, you will know he looks just like Astral, and there's a lot more here and there. He pops up, now and in Zexal 2, and he's kind of this recurring character in the show, so he would make sense, I think, rather than, just doing Quattro and then Trey, or Quattro and Crinton. You do Quattro and Dark Mist, and then the other Archetype brothers can come in 2022, as they need to go back and add more characters to the original Zexal world, rather than just giving us Barians. And of course, I did say that GX World is going to be getting the Supreme King in December, so look forward to that. Maybe, hopefully, I'm just kind of guessing here. But we will get no new Dark Dimensions characters or 5D's characters prior to the release of the brand new world. Apart from Antinomy, there will be no one else. They'll just kind of give a year for Zexal to have some characters, and then 2022, 5Ds will take the role of GX World, and we'll get a few characters here and there. But we do not need more DOSD characters, especially if the next world is a DM filler world. We don't need, the start of our year, the mid of our year, and the end of our year to all be DM, because that's kind of annoying. Well, not annoying, but I'd rather they focus on other characters from the show, give us people from 5Ds and Zexal we didn't think we'd be getting, rather than give us, some side characters from GX, or from GX and from Duel Monsters, and just, this video is my head is going crazy right now. But yeah. And then of course, KCGP, that new world, Yugi Kaiba Joey, why not? Maybe they'll skip one of those characters for Siegfried, maybe they'll skip one of those for Duke, maybe Duke will be the first event character, we'll have to wait and see, but I think that world, on the offset, is going to be a bit of a disappointment, because it will just be DM World 3. What are you going to do, However, if the main box like Dark Dimension, then that year is going to be really freaking good for Duel Links. In terms of box releases, it will be insane. Now let's talk about some archetypes coming in 2021. So, Zodiacs and Shadows will be added to Duel Links. Konami will initially repeat the same mistakes with Witchcrafters and hit the deck hard, like a week after release, with one of them, and I think it'll probably be Zodiacs. I think they'll think, you know what, this is fine for Duel Links, this mechanic is fine, and then they'll have some broken-ass skill or broken-ass card that just makes the deck stupid, and then they'll have to hit it, which people will then be pretty pissed about, because it's a fanfare archetype, and probably going to cost a bit of money to invest into. Shadows also, I think, will be similar to Infernity, in that they'll finally come, they'll have all their good support, but they just won't really do much in Duel Links at this point. They'll be so hyped up, and then just fall off a cliff, and see play maybe one person in MCS play, you know, in like the entire event. So, they won't be that great. Dragon Maids will debut in Duel Links, finally. You know, we've had Witchcrafters, they came out after Dragon Maids, I think, but now, of course, maybe not actually, maybe not, but they'll come to Duel Links, and there will be yeah, okay, Brad. And there will be a competent KOG level deck, but nothing close to being tiered. And also, we'll get Time Thieves, but they will arrive in a post-New World box, so after KCGP World, we'll get Time Thieves, and that'll be a very, very good Xyz deck. Very good. Just great. So, look forward to those, but also, do not look forward to Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Do not look forward to Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, because he is not coming to Duel Links anytime soon. And neither will Big Tusked Mammoth, because he's been in the game far since 2016, and we haven't seen him since. So, I'm sorry, Brock, if you're still watching, but yeah, no Tusked Mammoth for you. And finally, for things that might come in Duel Links in 2021, strictly in Duel Links, we're expecting 3 more structure decks to release. 2 EX, 1 normal. So, the normal deck will be Gaia the Fierce Knight theme based on the Rise of Duel support. We had a ton of support in that set in the TCG, and it screams Duel Links level of gameplay, and of difficulty in playing, and consistency. And so, like the Red Eyes deck, the Hero Generation deck, a fanfare archetype getting more support that will make it be a cog level deck, but probably won't be too much, it won't be tiered at all, I don't think, but that one would make sense. Now, the EX decks, I truly believe Fire Fist is going to be an EX deck because they have too many cards in UR and SR rarity across multiple boxes that, like Noble Knights, would be a very good thing to reprint into one box, would sell quite well, and then they could give more support over time in future main and minis. Just like they are doing Noble Knights now. It's literally Noble Knights 2, which makes too much sense for the Konami, since I'm pretty sure Noble Knight deck has sold quite well. So, hopefully they repeat that strategy. And then finally, the new EX deck will be Stardust themed, because we haven't had a Synchro Focus Structure deck in a while, since Dragoonity Overdrive this time last year. So, having a generic Stardust themed deck would be pretty cool. And of course, you'll get an Alt-Art Stardust Dragon, the one from Dual Power, from this set. So, we'll give people an incentive to go in, because they want your Alt-Art. And you'll get things like Stardust Warrior, and a few other cards that would make Stardust decks a little bit better, and generic Synchro decks in general, a little bit better. And finally, on the YouTube side of things, let's do some milestones, for there are a certain few creators out there. So first of all, Playmaker Duel Links, he's hitting 100k. Straight up. Like, if he doesn't, I will be incredibly disappointed, annoyed, and shocked. Then, Duel Links Entertainment, these guys have been up and coming, they've been doing bits on Twitch, they've been doing a ton of cool things on their channel, like 2 videos a day at the same time, which is crazy, the amount of content they're pushing out. But they will easily hit 20k this year, if not higher. I hope it's higher, I really do, because they deserve it, but easily 20k. Great channel, check him out. What 007 will stop copying my videos word for word. I have no idea what's going to do, because he has this thing called a full-time job, and that's bad in the YouTube scene. Just saying. But yeah, I don't know what he's going to hit. You know, I would hope that he has some decent growth in 2021. And finally, Will I ever make a PvP video again? We'll see. Maybe there's one coming out towards the end of this month in Duel Links from scratch. Who knows? Anyway, let me down below what you think of 2021 in Duel Links. This video was way too long. I thought it was going to be a 10-minute video, but it's not. It's like a 16-minute video. Christ. Okay, but anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next Duel Links video. See you then.